Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's January 10th, 2020, and it's a Friday. I like to give you some things to think about on a Friday. All right, just going to get right into it. I was listening to the news the other day, and I'll tell you, they're really doing the agenda with space. I mean, even a local station was interviewing some amateur astronomist and some kid in, I don't know, I guess it was high school or something like that. I couldn't even listen to the whole thing. You know, it was just so fucking annoying. Some telescope, and he was looking at a star, and they were talking about it, how he found a new star or some bullshit like that, whatever it may be. Anyway, so let me just get right into it. The climate change. You see, the media buries themselves when they talk about this shit. Because, I mean, that proves flat Earth all day long. And I'll tell you why. Because the only way you can have climate change, all right, with billions of these cars being driven on a daily basis, hourly, all the time, 24 hours a day. It's night here, it's daytime in China, okay? And I don't think China has any emissions controls. I don't think they really give a shit, okay? So we're probably the only country that actually cares about this stuff, and nobody else is going to follow us. But back to my point. It can only happen on a contained unit, okay? That's how climate control could happen. Okay, because if we were spinning at 1,000 miles per hour, forget about traveling through the universe and all that other bullshit. But if we were revolving, and we were revolving at 1,000 miles per hour, and there was a bleeding part of space right there, and air could escape, a little air could escape, the planet would clean itself. Okay, but don't you see that being in a container, having a globe over us and being on flat land, not moving, is the only way climate control can happen. That's it. Bottom line. That's all. So keep pushing this climate control shit out there, because it just proves more of flat Earth. It's great. I love it. Keep doing it. Want everybody to talk about it. The solar eclipse. This is a great one. I love this one. Well, when it was when the shadow of the moon was traversing across the U.S., the shadow was 70 miles large. Okay, that's what it looked like. And that was the total eclipse, by the way. Okay, the moon in front of the sun. Anyway, so why is it that we can't see a shadow of Earth on the moon? They said, well, it's too big. It's like, no, we've done the math. And apparently you should be able to see at some point a little black dot. Well, not dot, it would be quite large, probably a dilated pupil almost. But you'd be able to see that go right across the moon. But you don't. Okay? And I'll tell you why you don't. Because once again, we live on a flat, stationary land here, covered with a dome. What you're seeing up there are the same size, and they're not as far away as you've been told. Certainly not 93 million miles away. Certainly not 238,000 miles away. It's such a perfect system they've come up with, isn't it? But yet they keep burying themselves all the time. People say, oh, well, the moon's, the Earth's shadow does go over the moon. That's why it changes colors. That's beautiful. But the creator could create whatever he or she, whoever it may be, would like. Do anything. It's a self-sustained unit. Don't you understand that? It's complete. It shares no characteristic with the sun at all whatsoever. It emits cold. Okay? It's emitting cold. So the relationship between the sun and the moon is out the window. Okay? I mean, it's just time and time again. We tell people this, and it just flies right over their head. Sails right over, and then they come up with all these computations and all this bullshit. But it's not fooling us. It's not fooling us. Flat Earth is very simple. It's a very simple concept. Okay, it's very easy to understand. All the scientists out there are marching along in their white jackets and white coats and glasses and stethoscopes, doctors, saying all this shit, trying to come after us, but none of them have. And they never will. They can't. They can't get involved with this because they know they're wrong. And when any of them ever wake up, I hope they contact the big boys about this so we can finally put this to rest and get this nonsense out there and wake these fucking sleepers up here and just get them to understand that there's a lot more to life and to understand what is around them and the lies that are there. All right, I'm going to be busy this weekend, but I just want everybody to think about that. And I hope everybody has a good weekend, just in case if I'm not able to put a video out. I thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos and let me be a part of your life.